I've been backing up trucks with trailers.
It's time for Tiger Talk Tuesday, coming live from Migs. Tiger Talk Tuesday is sponsored by All Out Stump Grinding, Allen Harmon Trucking, Berry Insurance Agency, CM Tree Service, Cricket Wireless, Crouch Hardware and Farm Supply, Economy Furniture, Edwards Heating and Cooling, Floyd Nicholson for Senate District 10, H&R Block, J&R Exterminating, Josh Price for Sheriff, Migs of Saluda, Motor Coach Paint and Body Sales, Newberry Hospital, Northland Cable, Persimmon Hill Country Club, Punks PB and Jam, Price's Garage and Heavy Duty Towing, Ramey Funeral Home, Saluda Nursing and Rehab Center, the Law Office of Nancy T. Jordan, the Ridge Baptist Association of Churches, the Town of Saluda, the Wills Agency Nationwide Insurance, Timeless Roofing, and Whizzes of Batesburg, Leesville. We're so glad you're tuned in to Tiger Talk Tuesday. We encourage to send your comments and calls today throughout the program. Today we'll have special guests, and we will talk about the latest going on around Saluda area, as well as all the happenings in sports. You're watching Tiger Talk Tuesday, live from Migs, on your Saluda Now. Now we're good. We're glad to have you with us here on Tiger Talk Tuesday, and we encourage you to join us. Glad to have Michelle Shealy, Chris Branham, Coach Donnie Woosley, Thomas and Ellen Holmes, Donna Paget, Josh Nomelis, Kevin Cockrell, Jacob Starnes, David Mudd Turtle Story, and Coach Stuart Young joining us here on Saluda Now for Tiger Talk Tuesday. And we got our full lineup today, and we're glad to have Carson with us. Carson, thank you for joining us on Saluda Now.
Yeah, man, it's good to be here as always.
And Kevin, glad you're joining us here on Saluda Now. Got some time out, and congratulations to you and Aaron on your announcement.
Thank you, Bulldog Bert. It's good to be here. I don't get to be with you guys a lot on Tuesday anymore, but I'm glad to be here today and ready to talk some sports.
And we have a lot to talk about. We'll take a couple of commercial breaks, and we'll be right back with you here on your Saluda Now.
It's all good.
At Allen Harmon Trucking, we treat your load and our truckers like family. Wake up to a beautiful sunrise in your big rig office. Then be at home in time to kiss your wife and kids goodnight. Call us today for more information, 864-445-7249. Allen Harmon Trucking is a proud supporter of Saluda Tiger football.
Are you ready to consider a job that provides consistent pay, great benefits, and paid time off? Then join the AMIC team. We'll teach you everything you need to know. Apply today for positions at our Batesburg facility at www.amicfarms.com. Phone interviews are available for quick consideration. That's amicfarms.com. Berry Insurance Group, located in Batesburg, Leesville, offering auto, home, farm, and commercial insurance. Owned and operated by Will Berry. Choose local. Choose independent. Choose Berry Insurance Group, 803-307-0030 or online at berryingroup.com.
CM Tree Service. Cody Berry and Martin Berry are ready to give you a free estimate. We're insured for tree removal and pruning. Call us today. 864-377-7898 or 864-980-0153. And like us on Facebook. CM Tree Service.
And we're back here with you. We hope you'll call us right now, 864-980 on the Cricket Wireless phone line. Cricket Wireless, cut the cost of wireless phone, switch to Cricket. We'll switch you free if you'll just call us up, 864-803-0710. We'd love to switch you today to Cricket Wireless. They do a great job down there on 300 South Jefferson Street, suite number 4 in Saluda. And just drop by, tell them Saluda Now sent you, and give you the Saluda Now deal on Facebook, which we'll put up there in just a few moments. I'll try to get the deal up for you. And I'm joined today by Carson Burgess and also Kevin Crouch, and we have a lot to talk about. Of course, we want to pay tribute today. We don't want to forget to talk about Red Dog passing. We give him a hard time there when we went to Abbeville on the sidelines, and but we truly will miss him when we go back. I was telling somebody today, I think we'll probably be back next year. We had a lot of 10th graders, and so I look forward to be back next year, Kevin.
How you know they won't be at our place?
Well, that's true.
We look for them to come to Saluda next year. Coach Young, if you still listening, no pressure. No pressure. But no, we do want to extend our sympathies to the Abbeville football family on the loss of Red Dog. Burton, I can't remember his name, but anyway, we always called him Red Dog, and I know they're gonna miss him up there, and just send our condolences their way.
And we see Wayne Starnes, Reverend Larry Smith, Justin Witten watching there, and Thomas and Sheila, Chris Sample, Norman Corley, and Jason Jordan said congratulations and Happy New Year.
Yeah, thank you, Jason. And Burton, I bet Larry Smith don't even like football no more.
Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But before we get to that, I want to give you an announcement here, and we will put it on the Saluda Now page. I am contacting you on behalf of Christ Central. The board members of Saluda have recently voted to concentrate on food and distribution to the needy of Saluda. With this decision, Christ Central is in critical need of volunteers on Monday afternoons to help unload, stock shelves, prepare food bags for distribution on Tuesday to the needy area. Maybe a group can volunteer to cover on Monday afternoon a month or Tuesday morning a month. With your outreach program, if you feel all you can help, please contact Nicole Maffett, 864-910-1137 for more details. And we appreciate Nicole and all the good folks out there at Christ Central. We will put a post up on Saluda Now. This just came to us just a while ago when I hadn't had time to do one. But the first thing we want to talk about is the breaking news out of Texas.
Breaking news in a CBS Sports HQ, Texas head coach Tom Herman has been terminated by the athletic department effective immediately. In his 4 seasons as head coach, Herman led the Longhorns to do $15 million via buyout. His staff do another $24 million. Texas is 4-0 in bowl games under Herman. They just weren't the right bowl games. Reportedly, Steve Sarkisian tabbed as the next head coach of the Longhorns.
And what's y'all's reaction to that? Tom Herman out at Texas and Steve Sarkisian in from Alabama to Texas.
Well, it's the business that these cats are in nowadays. Last week they had said they were keeping Tom Herman for a 5th year. He showed out in the bowl game. His quarterback he had sitting behind Sam Ellinger, which I think should have been starting this whole season. Cat threw like 8 passes, 4 touchdowns, over 200 yards and 8 passes. Like, come on now. He should have been starting. The defense looked good, but they've always looked good in the bowl games under Tom Herman.
Tom Herman 4-0 in bowl games.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He hasn't done good in the regular season. They did beat Oklahoma last year in the regular season for the first time in God knows how long. But
Jason Jordan said heard that Tom Herman is coming to Clemson to be offensive coordinator.
I'll be fine with that as long as he keeps Sam Ellinger out there.
Well, my thoughts on the Texas job is if you ever question whether rehab works, the Nick Saban coaching rehab facility in Tuscaloosa, Alabama works. Lane Kiffin was never going to be a head coach again. He's at Ole Miss tearing it up offensively. Okay? Butch Jones never going to be a head coach again. He's coaching now at Arkansas State or wherever. Nick Saban literally Sarkisian out of that meeting and be an offensive analyst, and now he's going to be the head coach at one of the most prestigious schools in the country. So the Nick Saban coaching rehab facility in Tuscaloosa works, and I think Texas is getting a really good football coach.
I agree. He's a great offensive mind, and who wouldn't want to coach at Texas when you got all that booster money right there in Austin, and you got Matthew McConaughey as a motivational speaker and a professor at the college.
So, Carson, you talking about the money in Austin.
Oh, yeah.
It's rumored that one booster told the university, the buyout's on me. I don't know if that's true. We'll never know if that's true. But that's the rumor and the words out there that one booster said, hey, I want him gone, and whatever it takes, I'll pay it. And he's gone. So,
I want to know who those was.
I'm telling you, for real. I'm interested to see, though, I am interested to see this, what kind of staff Sarkisian's able to put together. Because you know the money's there. Money's not an issue. Support for the program is not an issue. But does a coach look at Sarkisian's past and say, I really want to up and move my family across the country to work for a guy that 3 years ago was in alcohol rehab?
People do it for Urban Meyer.
I don't know. I'm interested to see if he can put a really good staff together or not.
Getting a little kickback. All right, Jason Jordan said.
He was saying that for the Matthew McConaughey thing.
Yeah, that's Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Burton, you need a little more TV and stay up to date with the lingo here in the 21st century.
Well, I'm going to stay up to date.
All right.
Call in and get us up to date after this break. You're watching Talk Tuesday live from
With wireless
Migs.
savings, the whole family can watch Saluda now. The difference is clear as cricket signal when you see the money you can save by switching. And with nationwide 5G coverage, wireless connectivity is wherever life takes you. So come by Cricket Wireless and let us show you the cricket difference.
Crumley, 102 Greenwood Highway, Saluda invites you to come in today to save. The 2020 Ford Edge Escape Explorer and Expedition has 0% financing for 60 months. Call today, 864-445-2107, and talk to Mike, Will, or Lauren at Crumley Ford. Save money, save time. Shop Crouch's First. Whether it's lumber, paint, hardware, electrical, plumbing, we supply you from feed to field. Yeti, Traeger, Blackstone, Costa, Salty Britches, Milwaukee, Makita, and much more. Come by and visit us today. 508 North Main Salute or call 864-445-0062.
Shop local at Economy Furniture. Huge savings on Benchcraft, Lazy Boy, Best Home Furnishings, and so many more. Visit our website now to see all our specials at economyfurniture.com. Right on the corner, right on the price.
Edwards Heating and Cooling, Saluda, South Carolina, provides you excellent service when it comes to your HVAC unit. Keith and Dawn Edwards have many years' experience in the heating and cooling business. They invite you to call them at 445-0088 or visit their website, edwardsandheatingcoolingllc.com. Go Saluda Tigers! When it comes tax time, look no further than H&R Block, 304th North Main, Saluda. They make sure you get all the deductions you need to save money. When it comes tax time, trust the professionals at H&R Block. Call them 864-445-2958 and like them on Facebook.
JRA Exterminating, the most trusted name in pest extermination. Remember, folks, whether it's cockroaches or piss ants, call Justin Anderson at JRA Exterminating today at 803-532-1122 or at www.jraexterminating.com.
Migs of Saluda, serving tasty dishes, appetizers, fresh salads, hot out of the oven fresh subs, chicken, steak, and seafood, and the best Italian dishes and pizza around. Visit them today, 216 Greenwood Highway. For a drive-through or pickup, call ahead, 864-445-9990. At Motor Coach Paint and Body, we put quality first. Whether it's your vehicle, RV, boat, or aircraft, we can handle it all. Leave it to us to take care of your insurance claim, or you can pay us right out of your pocket. So call BR Britt Reams today, 864-445-7747, and like us on Facebook.
And we're back with you on Tiger Talk Tuesday on your Saluda Now. We're sponsored by Newberry County Memorial Hospital. Call 803-276-7570. The latest in technology. We have it all at newberryhospital.org. And we just talked a little bit about missing our good friend Red Dog as he is gone on to be with the Lord, and we'll miss him if we play Abbeville. And Kevin said he thinks we'll play him here. So that's a big prediction already early here in the year. And so we're looking forward to that.
So us armchair quarterbacks can make them kind of predictions, Steve Bulldog.
Well, I think the team in Saluda should refuse to play in Abbeville because those visitors bleachers.
Well, that's up for debate, and we can talk about that some.
It ain't no debate. Last time I went up there, I had to go get a tetanus shot.
Call in 864-980-7768. And we just talked a little bit about the Tom Herman situation and rumors that he's coming to Clemson to be the offensive coordinator, and also that Steve Sarkisian is gone to Texas to be the head coach, and he's already taken some assistants with him.
So if you think about the last few years, it's only fitting that Tom Herman go to Alabama and be the offensive coordinator, or start as an analyst and then work his way up.
He doesn't have that lousy history like the rest of Nick Saban's assistants has had.
I mean, that's only fitting. You take my coach, I'll take your coach.
And speaking of that, let's talk about Steve Sarkisian's last game at Alabama, where they defeated Notre Dame in Texas, and he probably was talking.
So is
to
he not
Texas
coaching the
then.
national championship game?
He
is coaching.
Okay.
Yeah. The Rose Bowl, 31-14. What was your thoughts about the Rose Bowl, Carson?
They did what they were supposed to do.
My thoughts on the Rose Bowl was the whole country learned that Najee Harris can jump 8 foot in the air.
And that rolls us into our Heisman talk tonight. Who will win the Heisman? The finalists are here on the screen: Mac Jones, Trevor Lawrence, Devontae Smith, and Kyle Trask. Presentation will be tonight, 7 o'clock on ESPN. What's your thoughts about it?
I actually think that Devontae Smith is going to win the Heisman Trophy. I know it's been a long time. Charles Woodson in 91, I believe, was the last wide receiver or anyone other than a quarterback or a running back to win the Heisman. But I think if the Heisman Trophy is the best player in the country, I think Devontae Smith is probably that guy. There's not a cornerback, a safety, whatever in college football that can shut him down. Now, I know you got to have a good quarterback to throw to him. Trevor Lawrence is an awesome quarterback. I'm not taking anything away from them. But if I'm voting, if I have a vote, I go with Devontae Smith. I think he deserves it.
Carson, what's your thoughts?
I think that it's going to be Devonta Smith. Pretty much everything Kevin said. You can't really argue it. I mean, if you want to give it to the best player in college football this past weekend, that was Justin Fields.
That's true.
The best player in college football is different every week. But Devonta Smith is the most important player on the most important team.
Call in 864-980-7768.
And that's what the Heisman's become. It's always been the best player in college football. Now it's the best player on the best team. If Florida beats Oklahoma and Trask has a really good showing in that game, I think he had a shot to win.
I don't think it would have mattered.
I think he had a shot with the numbers he's put up, but he had a terrible game against Oklahoma, so he's out of it. It's a three-man race.
Well, the Heisman voters, they have really proven that it's not about the stats. They've proven that over the course of the past couple years. Because you got to think, not last year, it was obviously Joe Burrow. But the year before that, probably should have been Trevor.
Who won the Heisman Trophy? Oh, Kyler. Kyler Murray, yeah, that's right.
Year before that.
Oklahoma won it 2 years in a row. Mayfield and Kyler
Baker
Murray.
Mayfield, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, he wasn't that good.
He's good now. He's making that bank in the NFL.
Yeah, well,
the Browns got, 4 wins this year?
No, actually, they're in the playoffs. They got 10 wins.
Did they make the playoffs?
They got 10,
shows you how
maybe
much
11.
I watch the NFL.
They beat my Steelers second string last Sunday by 2 points. We play them again this Sunday.
Yeah.
And
be a different outcome.
And their head coach is going to be out with COVID, and Trayson is going round and round and round. It looks like they're going to be missing about 7 or 8 players.
Ooh.
Call in 864-980-7768. When we come back, we're going to talk about Clemson and Ohio State.
County Memorial Hospital, your hospital. Our mission is to provide exceptional care with a personal touch. Newberry Hospital is engaged in the passionate pursuit of optimal care, treatment, and convenience. Our goal is to always be the first choice for your quality health care needs. No one handles care better. NewberryHospital.org. There's only one thing faster than a Stuart Young offense. YourNorthland.com. With internet, cable, TV, and phone beginning at $25 a month, you can get out of the slow lane and into the fast lane in no time. So speed it up with YourNorthland.com. Northland Cable, a proud supporter of Saluda Tiger Athletics. Come play the thrill of the hill at Persimmon Hill Golf Club. With the longest hole in South Carolina, you're sure to be challenged. Afterwards, unwind with your friends around the 19th hole in our restaurant. 126 Golf Club Avenue. We welcome to see you at Persimmon Hill Golf Club. Price's Garage and Heavy Duty Towing. For over 50 years, we've been serving our customers by providing reasonable services at prices you can afford. When it comes time to get your car or truck towed in, call us 864-543-2957. We serve 96 and Cholula 24/7. Price's Garage and Heavy Duty Towing. Punk's PB and Jam. 1150 Batesburg Highway is open to serve you Wednesday through Saturday, 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. with breakfast, lunch, and catering. Call ahead for takeout, 864-445-3434. Punk's PB and Jam. When you have experienced the loss of a loved one, you can trust the Ramey Funeral Home staff to guide you through the process of honoring their life. At RameyFuneralHome.com, you can find pre-planning information, obituaries, as well as resources for grief and healing. Ramey Funeral Home, a proud supporter of Saluda Tiger Athletics. At Saluda Nursing and Rehab Center, caring is a way of life. Our 176-bed nursing facility serves Saluda County since 1968. We offer 24/7 skilled nursing care, and our staff is consistent, compassionate, caring, and knowledgeable. Outpatient rehab therapy services are provided through physician's order services. Call for a free tour, 864-445-2146 or saludanursing.org. The law office of Nancy T. Jordan specializes in family court matters and representing individuals injured in automobile collisions. At the law office of Nancy T. Jordan, you get experienced, compassionate results. When you need legal representation, call 803-785-7879 or email Nancy at nancyjordanlaw.com. The Ridge Baptist Association is 24 member churches sharing the gospel of Christ, where we partner together, serve alongside each other, learn from one another, and connect to God. We invite you to come visit us this Sunday in one of our member churches. Ridge Baptist Association, better together.
And we welcome you back to Tiger Talk Tuesday, live from Migs. Call in or comment, 864-980-7768. And we do want to wish everybody a Happy New Year. This is our first show back. We took off for Christmas break last week and New Year's break, but we're back this week. We appreciate you joining us back on Saluda Now. And Kevin wanted to chime in something before we moved on to Clemson.
Well, I just don't want the show to get away from us without talking about that Georgia game.
Boy, they about sorry.
I mean, Cincinnati, and this
Did they eat your lunch, Bunny Carson?
No, actually, Cincinnati bought mine and my wife's steak tonight.
Oh, wow.
This will open up the conversation into expanding the playoffs, which I'm not sure if you had planned to talk about that or not. But Georgia and Cincinnati is probably the best bowl game out of them all so far, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. It's just another.
I care.
I know you do, and I actually had a good report.
Care about how bad them boys look.
I actually had a good report on that. So my source that was at your football party on New Year's Day watching the Bulldogs says that about midways the third quarter, I think Georgia maybe fumbled or threw an interception or something. Daniels, you threw up your hands and said, "Honey, let's go. I'm tired of this mess. Let's go home." And we're going to lose. This mediocre nothing team from Ohio's going to beat us. And let's go home. We got a long ride. And she said, absolutely not. Is there any truth to that? Bulldog?
Well, I'm not going to deviate from that right now.
Well, I got it on pretty good information that's kind of how that went down. Did you give up on your Bulldogs?
Well, I was with them at the end. In fact, I renewed Kirby Smart's contract.
Did you know the kicker's name before Saturday?
Increased his salary another $1,000. Do you still know it?
Podlesny. Did you know his name before Saturday?
Well, when I seen his name, I told my cousin Nathan, who was an adamant Bulldog fan. We both stood at down there at Sanford Stadium at Dooley Field. Vince Dooley let us in, and we both stood there, before the game started. And I told my cousin Nate that if you can't pronounce the name of the field goal kicker at Georgia, that's a good thing.
So when did y'all go over there, Bert?
We actually went over New Year's Eve night. We celebrated with my
No. When were you at the stadium?
I was there that morning.
New Year's
morning.
I didn't know they opened trash dumps on New Year's Day. I thought all landfills were closed on New Year's Day.
It's not a landfill.
It's the Clark County landfill.
Piece of earth where he has come down and done some wonderful things for us.
It suit me if we drop a nuclear bomb on that during the landfill over there.
Call 864-980-777. Now, let's talk about that. Why don't we expand the playoffs? Carson.
Well, there's a good reason not to at this point. There's too much money to be made, and it'd be great for the players.
Just like you had said earlier, these other bowl games are pretty insignificant, and players opt out.
Yep.
That's the word we've had during this pandemic, Kevin.
North Carolina, you look at the Orange Bowl. Growing up as kids, the Orange Bowl, the Gator Bowl, the Rose Bowl, all these. Well, the Rose Bowl is part of the playoffs, but all these big games. It was great. I mean, if someone from Georgia out because it means absolutely nothing. There's each there anymore. For teams,
especially if you have an NFL career coming up, you got to look at the boy from Miami. What's his name?
I mean, I think you got it. I think all I can do now because you never go back to the BCS system. That's done. You'll never go back there. But I think the only thing you can do to like you said earlier, make bowl games great again is expand the playoff and to 12, 16, whatever, and give some of these group of 5 schools a chance to get in, and something's got to give. The NCAA has got to realize that people want it. People want change. It's the same teams every year. Now, granted, those teams deserve to be it. Clemson earns it. Alabama earns it. Whatever. But people are tired of it. People are tired of Clemson and Alabama playing for Ohio State playing for a championship every year.
Well, I'm tired of Texas.
Well, you just get used to those, bud.
And we want to congratulate you. If you will go to Saluda now, you can see the swearing-in ceremony that took place this morning at Saluda County Courthouse. We were and with our community coverage. Josh Price, late sheriff, was sworn in, along with Jack Atkinson and also Kerry Beatonbow. They'll serve our council. They were sworn in for the first time, as well as Billy Garrett, our South Carolina state senator. They were also sworn in Coach Coleman's wife, Sherry. She is our clerk of court. And then you had probate judge Brenda Griffith and our coroner Keith Turner. And we all want to congratulate them on another 4 years, and we're going to get behind them and support them.
I'm just glad somebody I voted for won something this year.
Congratulations to everybody. From top to bottom, you got tough jobs, and thank you for what all you do for the county, and let's get that courthouse back open up again.
When we come back, we'll talk about Clemson.
See, your local nationwide insurance agent is open to serve you with offices in Aiken, Batesburg, and Saluda. Call for your free quote today for auto, home, life, and business. Let me help you save today. James S. Wills Agency. Nationwide is on your side.
The town of Saluda, working together for the betterment of our municipality. We encourage the Tigers tonight, both on the field and off the field, as they work in the classroom. Timeless Roofing, over 25 years experience, licensed and insured. Before and after, you can see quality and integrity. Never gets old. TimelessRoofingSC.com. Call for a free quote, 803-687-4184. And tell them Cuz sent you.
And we're back here with you on Saluda Now. Call in or comment 864-980-7768. We'd love to take your call. And let's look at that game. Of course, Clemson didn't come out the way they wanted. 28. I just have a stat sheet here. And let's look at the stat sheet, fellows. We see Justin Fields was 22 for 28. 385 yards passing, 6 touchdowns, and Trey Sermon. This is the one my wife was talking about. 31 carries for 193 yards, 1 touchdown, average 6.2 a carry. Justin Fields was right behind him with 42 yards. But we look on the other side, ETN only 10 attempts, 32 yards.
Well, it's like Ryan Day's been saying the past 2 weeks before the game. He said to win this game, we're going to have to keep Trevor Lawrence off the field. That's why Trey Sermon had 31 carries, and we couldn't stop him.
In other words, you got to have more plays than that.
Yeah.
The time of possession there.
How many total plays did Clemson run?
Total plays that y'all run, let's see here, 72 Ohio State, 70 Clemson.
Yep.
Time of possession, 34 minutes and 5 seconds. Clemson 25-55.
Yep.
Almost 10 minutes difference.
10 minutes difference and about 30 less plays than we like to normally run in a game. We couldn't stay on the field, and our defense couldn't stop nothing.
I think you look at that stat sheet, and ETN has 10 carries, and that's indicative of how the game went because Clemson played catch-up. They had to play catch-up the whole game. If they're in the game, ETN gets more carries than that.
Another big stat, Trevor Lawrence had 10 attempts to rush, -8 yards.
That's including sacks.
That's including your sacks.
I got you.
But I did not think they tried to run Trevor enough. I did not. Now, was some of that maybe by design? With the NFL draft coming up.
First 20 plays though, we looked great.
Yeah.
First 20 plays.
Well,
but those were scripted.
Those were scripted, of course. And look, you may agree, you may disagree. That's fine. That's what sports talk shows are all about. But Dabo bumped his gums too much last week. A team as good as Ohio State needs no help being motivated.
Well, I don't think he was trying to motivate Ohio State with that. I think he was trying to motivate our players.
But he did.
I think Dabo has realized that Clemson is to the point now where the underdog card, you can't pull it no more. So he's trying to say, well, I guess
you can now.
Yeah. Especially the way that defense plays.
You can now.
Also, we see Clemson, their leading receiver was Powell. He had 8 receptions for 139 yards, 2 touchdowns, averaging 17 and 0.4 yards a reception.
But the other thing is they
29 yards.
They kept Amari Rodgers. They shut him down.
Amari Rogers and ETN's your two best playmakers on the field, and both of them had terrible games.
Rogers had 8 for 54.
We had a healthy Frank Ladson. Did not throw him the ball hardly any.
Mm-hmm. I think he might have caught 1 or 2 passes.
Yeah, Ladson 1 for 9.
Yep. You know, it's just, I'm not a coach, but
shut us down.
When you get in the game and you know, you're trailing and it just changes your game plan. And I told Burton last week when they announced that Elliott was going to be out, I said if they get in a game to where they get knocked out of their comfort zone a little bit, it may make a difference that Elliott's not there because of the relationship and the feel for the game that the coach has with his players and vice versa. And I think that, you know, I was talking with somebody earlier, and I said, you know, if Elliott's there and it's 3rd down and 3, and he knows that he's got 2 plays to get that, you know, Street may think, hey, we got to get all this in one play. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's just the feel's different. When you're a player and you're with your coach all year long and you got that feel for each other, you got that confidence in each other, it makes a difference. And Dabo probably does call a lot of the plays. I know before the game he said, well, you know, not really much is going to change because I call a lot of the plays anyway. It's different. It's different when your coach is not there. And I think Dabo, what he was trying to do, it had the opposite effect. It motivated Ohio State on top of them feeling like they got cheated last year with that fumble that they returned for a touchdown. That stuck in their craw, or what they thought was a fumble. Obviously, it ended up being overturned. They didn't need any help being motivated, and I think he just sent them through the roof.
He didn't help at all.
All right, and let's talk about the game that's going to happen this next, I think it's Monday night, ain't it, 8 o'clock. It's going to be Alabama and Ohio State. Alabama is the home team. Ohio State is the away team. Where is that game going to be at?
Miami.
Oh, Miami, okay.
Yep.
Florida.
Yep.
My goodness, they got the national championship and the Super Bowl down there.
And they had the Orange Bowl as well. North Carolina, Texas A&M.
That's right.
Yep.
So, what's your thoughts?
Dallas had
on the card, Alabama is favored by 7.5. That's home field advantage.
I think you need to look at that line again tomorrow, or maybe the next day.
2 more days.
When you find out if Jalen Waddle's going to play. You know, breaking news earlier, they said Jalen Waddle's back at practice for Alabama. If he's 100% and he's able to play, Alabama will win that game by 21 points, in my opinion. If he's not there and not able to play, then maybe that line's pretty close.
Well, that's what you think, but if Jalen Waddle's not playing, I think Ohio State has a really good shot at this game. They got that strong defensive line, which was the key to beating them in 2018 for Clemson. So keep an eye on that. I think Ohio State, they might cover a spread.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking for a close game there, and it'll probably come down to the wire, much like when Alabama played. Who was it they played a close game with? Florida. No, not Florida. They played a close game with
Florida.
Oh, it was Florida. Okay. In the SEC championship. All right.
You just didn't want to say it.
The wild card. Yeah, I don't like Florida at all.
The Alabama-Georgia game earlier this year was not close at all.
No.
Not close at all.
For a half it was.
It was a blowout.
Let's look at
Route 66.
Wild card. Buffalo is going to be hosting at 1 o'clock Indianapolis Colts, and the spread is 7 points for Buffalo. What do you think about that, Carson?
I think Indianapolis is the perfect team to go into Buffalo and take them boys off their high horse. If they can keep the ball on the ground with Jonathan Taylor and keep it away from Josh Allen, they got a good chance of winning that ball game because they got a really good opportunistic defense.
All right. Then the next game we see is a wild card game as Seattle hosts the LA Rams, where Seattle is favored by 4.5.
Well, they just beat the Rams by several touchdowns last weekend, I believe it was.
So it's not going to be much.
I don't think it'll be too close, and
Probably a
especially
blowout.
with Jared Goff, he's got a broke thumb or something like that. So
Okay. A broke thumb, tape it up and go. Tampa Bay, this is going to be an 8:15 game. Now, that may be Saturday. I'm thinking these are Saturday games. I'm reading them as Sunday games. But the first part are Saturday games. I'm sorry about that, folks.
yeah,
8:15, Tampa Bay ought to be a good game, hosting the team from Washington.
well, I think they're
points.
playing in Washington.
Oh, they moved it up there.
Yeah, but
Let me look at
Washington,
this.
they have a really good,
You're right,
really
they are
really
home.
good defense.
Maybe
and-
some snow.
They got a really good pass rush, and that's the way to stop Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
So they got a shot at winning. I don't think they will, but they got a shot.
All right, in the next game we see on Sunday, Tennessee is going to be hosting Baltimore. That's the 1 o'clock kickoff.
Tennessee is the one that beat Baltimore out the playoffs last year, and I think that Lamar Jackson's going to roll up in there mad as he can be.
All right. Now the next game we see is New Orleans, as they're going to host Chicago. That's going to be a 4 o'clock start there in the Bayou City.
Chicago might win. They got a good defense, and Drew
Wow.
Brees cannot throw the ball like he used to. So Chicago can shut down Alvin Kamara. That's ball game.
And then, of course, your team's coming up, the last game of the night, 8:15 kickoff there at Pittsburgh, is they're going to host Cleveland, where Pittsburgh is favored by 4.5 points.
Yeah, we might take this as a rest week like we did this past Sunday,
Mm-hmm.
and let Mason Rudolph play quarterback instead of Ben Roethlisberger.
So,
If you're a gambling man, hammer the Pittsburgh Steelers.
okay. So you think they're going to win, though?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Any final thoughts, Dave? I meant to get Kevin's final thoughts.
I ain't really got none.
Yeah, well, it's a great sports weekend.
I still got brain fog from Friday night.
Yeah, I hate that. I was pulling for you, but it didn't come that way. I was really perplexed. I really was shocked. I was really shocked.
I was shocked at how god-awful our defense is.
Not that so much you lost, but how it was lost. You
Yeah.
know, you
I think that's our worst loss
I don't
since
think
West
a
Virginia.
lot of people ever would have imagined that.
I think that's our worst loss we've had since.
In fact, I
West
think
Virginia beat
Las
Tar
Vegas
Heels.
did. They
No, we were
Yeah.
7-8 point favorites.
That's what I was thinking. 70% of the people probably bet on Clemson to win, and so
and that was most of the big money too.
that's what I'm saying. Most of your bookies out there in Las Vegas made a good Christmas bonus, you know,
Oh yeah.
after the new year started. But anyway, it is what it is, and it's time to start recruiting, time to start looking for the new year. Of course, the national championship's coming up for Georgia, Clemson, and fans, as we'll be watching from the outside looking in. But one thing is about it, it's going to be a good game as Alabama takes on Ohio State there this coming Monday night, and we'll be watching the NFL where the wild card games are going on this weekend.
That's what I'll be watching this weekend.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Y'all can have college football for the rest of the year. I'm done with it.
Yeah, and we're going to have a special Super Bowl show, and it's going to be coming up at Wiz's on Thursday, February the 4th. That'll be the Thursday before the Super Bowl. So we'll be telling you more about that next week, and then the episodes coming up on Tiger Talk Tuesday. All right. For Carson Burgess, Kevin Couch, Paul Ergel, and Jeffrey Jordan, I'm Bulldog Burt, and this has been Tiger Talk Tuesday on your Salute It Out. Thank you so much for joining us on Tiger Talk Tuesday. We hope you join us next week on the show.
It's time for Tiger Talk Tuesday, coming live from Migs. Tiger Talk Tuesday is sponsored by All Out Stump Grinding. Allen Harmon Trucking, Berry Insurance Agency, CM Tree Service, Cricket Wireless, Crouch Hardware and Farm Supply, Economy Furniture, Edwards Heating and Cooling, Floyd Nicholson for Senate District 10, H&R Block, J&R Exterminating, Josh Price for Sheriff, Migs of Saluda, Motor Coach Paint and Body Sales, Newberry Hospital, Northland Cable, Persimmon Hill Country Club, Punks PB and Jam, Price's Garage and Heavy Duty Towing, Ramey Funeral Home, Saluda Nursing and Rehab Center, the Law Office of Nancy T. Jordan, the Ridge Baptist Association of Churches, the Town of Saluda, the Wills Agency Nationwide Insurance, Timeless Roofing, and Whizzes of Batesburg Leesville. We're so glad you're tuned in to Tiger Talk Tuesday. We encourage to send your comments and calls today throughout the program. Today we'll have special guests, and we will talk about the latest going on around Saluda area, as well as all the happenings in sports. You're watching Tiger Talk Tuesday, live from Migs, on your Saluda Now.